All right, hey, what's up, guys? So we are back in this long tutorial, and yeah, we are today we are going to be work on some of the 3D scene and some AI generated stuff like what you would see in Iman Gadzi video. So let me play a video one time, and then we are going to get started with our tutorial. So this is what we're gonna be focused on. It's not too long because this is going to be for more like beginner editors. But I think still, if you guys are intermediate, if you guys like advanced, I think you still would get a lot of value from this video. So make sure to watch until the end. And again, I know that this video is going to be long. This is not something you would watch for fun. All right, it's gonna be boring, but I could guarantee if you watch it throughout the video, you will find the valuable information, or yeah, you will find a valuable information that you wouldn't be able to find somewhere else on the internet. So yeah, now before we actually get into the tutorial, I just want to let you know about my community. So if you are serious about becoming a full-time video editors and land your first high-paying clients, I recommend you to check out my community, the Epic Editors. You will get to connect with like-minded editors and learn more in-depth tutorial that you will not be able to find somewhere else on the internet. Also, if you join now, you will have a chance to have a one-on-one call with me where I personally guide you on how to land your first high-paying clients through personal brand. And right now it's only $47 per month. And if you don't like it, if you join and then you don't like what we do in the community, you can let me know within the first 14 days and you will get the full refunds. But yeah, it's the first link in the description. Just make sure to check it out. Okay, so with that get out of the way, we are going to get started with our projects. So right now I am in After Effects. So the first step that I need to do is I have to create a new composition, and let's set to 5 seconds. So if you want to take a screenshot of the setting, feel free to do so. And it's basically HD, horizontal, 1920, 1080, which 30 frames per second, and then just click OK. So make sure to save the projects. Okay, let's save it and call it AI generated 3D. Right, let's save it like that. Okay, so now we have the project to work with. We have the setting done. The next step, since we are going to be working with AI generated images, so we need some prompt, right? So what I use to create the AI generated, I use Midjourney to create that, right? And I know there's probably another free software out there that you can use. And for the prompt, I use PromptBase. So PromptBase is basically the marketplace for AI prompt, and you will be able to find a bunch of useful prompt that you can use for your video, right? So let me grab my prompt, but I'm not gonna recreate that again because I might not get the exact same one. But this is the exact fonts. I mean the exact prompt I use. So if you want it, I'm make sure to put it in the description as well. But yeah. But if you don't have Midjourney, right? If you don't have Midjourney, don't worry, because I am also going to be sharing the project file, so you get all the asset or resources you need to recreate this project no matter what. Okay, so that's how you can do it. Then let's see, we generate that. We are going to drag that one and bring it to our timeline just like this. Okay, so this is what I got. Let me show you a little bit on my Discord really quick. Okay, so this is what I use: illustration artwork of a professional video editor that is in his dark home office with dim red lights, sitting down and working on his computer. It's a medium shorts. It's a 2 digital illustration, something like that. You get kind of like the same result, but yeah. So now we have kind of what we need. That's gonna be what the main thing we're working with. The second step that I need to do is I need to remove him from this picture first, right? It's gonna be 2 layers, right? Because this one gonna be for the background, and this one is gonna be for like the person or like the man that's sitting, right? So to do that, I am going to use Photoshop to do so. Photoshop. Okay, so let's create new file, and let's close this one first. Let's open a new file actually. Let's go with this one. Oh, let's go with this one. Yep. So open it up. Then what I usually like to do is, it's quite simple, right? You are going to go to, what this thing called? I think it's called lasso 2 or something. Let's see. Right, so lasso 2. So click on this one. I'm just gonna drag it around this man right here. So draw like a, oops, that's a bad one. So draw like an outline of his body. We're gonna cover his a hand as well, so we want to remove that, and then just kind of slowly make your way around him, just like that, and then click generative fill and leave this one blank and click generated, and just wait a little bit. It should give you, let's see, there we go. So we have that. You can actually shuffle around a little bit to what you like. I like the first one. I don't mind this one, right? But this one I want to remove it. I don't like this. I want to be plain. Wouldn't matter too much, but I just want to remove this one. Wrong click. But yeah, and I think in this video it's not going to be much of the creative or like my thought process. Is mostly going to be more like practical skills. Okay, let's see. All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So once we have that, I am going to go to file and click where is it, export, and then click quick export as PNG, name it something, and then save to my downloaded. Okay, so once we have that, let's see, open After Effects again, and let's bring that one in. Okay, bring it in to our workspace. So we now have 2 layers. Right now I have 2 layers. Now what I need to do is with this one, oops, this one has to be down here. Okay, with this one, the top layers, right, I need to kind of cut him out. So how I'm going to do this, I am going to use the Roto brush to do so. So click into it. Now you have the little green circle popping up. So just draw it onto his body, to the part that you want to cut it out. And again, you don't need to render the whole thing because it could take some time. I will show you guys the way to get around that in just a bit. Okay, because this one is image, right? It's not moving yet because we haven't added any puppet pin tool into it, so we don't really need to render the entire length of the video or the image, right? That's gonna waste a lot of time, which we don't really like. We want to create high quality work, and we also want to make it efficient as well. So let's go into some more detail there. Don't worry too much about the hair thing because I will use the refine edge to actually just sharpen it up and clean up the small detail afterwards. Okay, so just remove a little bit, make sure we have like a nice cutout. Nice, go along the edge just like that. Make sure you pay attention to that small detail right here. Don't skip it. Oops. That's good. Let's see. Remove it. I'm trying to get his finger as well so we can animate that, like his finger is actually moving. Oops. So not bad. I think that's pretty good. Here I will kind of trim it up a little bit here to clean that up. I don't think. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the hand like that, but then have to remove it here. There we go. Look pretty clean to me because it don't end up moving anyway, so I could keep it like that. Okay, you know what? This is fine. This is fine, and then double check Let's double check one time. So go around that and make sure there's no mistake. And then you're gonna switch to refine H2 and then scale the size up a little bit. To do that, what I'm doing right now, I press Command on my keyboard and then I just click and drag up or down. I left click on my mouse and then either drag the mouse up or drag the mouse down, right? Pretty simple. So just paint over the hair because that's the detail that we want to capture. I just a little bit out, too much. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. Then what I'm gonna do now, let's switch to this one. And I wanna see what's up. I wanna see how clean it is first. That's pretty clean. That's pretty clean. Only we find matte as well. So I'm gonna, on the shadow reduction, I'm gonna go to smoother. And also with the contrast, I wanna crank it up a little bit to get that kind of clean like that. Let's go to shift edge as well, so shift it in a little bit. Oops, too much. Perhaps that's good. I think that look pretty much look natural, and once we have the background, you cannot tell, right? And then what I need to do now, because this is not, oops, so I haven't freeze it yet, so I have to freeze as well. Again, this is, we don't want to do that, right? Because if we freeze the whole thing, that's gonna take a while. So what we're gonna do, unfreeze it first. We're gonna drag this little green bar here all the way like around here, probably do for like a couple frame just in case, and click freeze. Right, and that's it. So it freeze and then go back here and okay, don't worry, you can see it's get cut out like that. Don't worry about it yet. I will fix it in just a bit, okay? Trust me. Let's see, so we freeze it, and then you want to turn this one to, I want to pre-compose this one first, and let's just call it a man or something, right? Something simple. Let's call it a man, and then on this one, since, let's see, you do like this, right? Because we didn't roto brush the whole thing or like entire length. As we play here, the background come back, right? So to fix that, what you need to do is go to select the layers and go to layers here and click on time, and then can actually click freeze time here. Boom. So now it remained the same for the rest of it, for the rest of the video. So now I can bring this one back. Okay, one more thing I need to do is, I don't like this kind of sharp edge, right? I also need to do some sort of masking. So click the pen tool. I'm gonna kind of draw over the edge like this and then connect it together. So now we mask it out. Then click M on your keyboards, click inwards, and let's increase the feather. Perhaps you can expand a little bit, just like that. That's gonna be pretty clean as well. Okay, as you can see now, it looks kind of weird, but don't you worry, okay? Now I'm gonna add some adjustment layers. So let's add the first one. This is gonna be noise, so I'm gonna add noise into it. Boom. So noise, I will go around, let's see, 18%. 18% gives it good like looking noise. That's the first one. The second one I would also add, I'll do separate adjustment layers. It's just easier and it's keep things a bit more organized. So adjustment layer, second one, I'm gonna go with CC Meunier to create the shadow around it. Right, so we have that, bring it in, boom. Make sure this one is under the noise. So make sure rename this one to, oops, rename it to noise. Rename this one to Meunier. And just increase the shadow a little bit. You can see here. Now that thing almost gone here, but it's not gone yet, right? It's not gone yet. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna draw some shape here to just, I'm just gonna cover it up. So draw it up like that, turn it black, put it here, and then add some fast box blur into it to blur it out, and that's how to create a shadow as well if you wonder how to do it. So increase that one a little bit. So now you pretty much cannot even notice it anymore. It's gone. It's fixed. Alright, so this one is, I'm gonna parent this one with, let's see, I should parent this one with the man, right? So I parent that. What else I need? Need to new adjustment layers. This one I'm gonna add some sort of deep glow into it. Okay, deep glow, not too much. Something more like subtle. Something more subtle, more clean. That's pretty good. But one thing I like to do though, to create that, if you watch the video, where is it? You can see that I remove it. That's why. That's my fault. Forgot about that, right? I just forget about what I said, in the past 1 minute. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so I have deep glow. That should be pretty good. And what I want to do next is I want to darken the background a little bit, because background right now it's a little bit too bright, and when I want to like make something stand out in the video, right? When I want to make something stand out, let's say for example, in this tutorial, I want the face of the guys right here to stand out, and I want the text to stand out, right? So what I need to do is I need to make them first. I call it 3B, right? 3B is first big. I need to make them big. The second one, I need to make them bright. When I say make the thing white, I mean bright. Sorry, bright. When I make it bright, it means brighter than anything else in the scene. And the last one is blur. I want to blur out everything else that I don't want to focus on, right? So that's kind of 3B that I use when I want to make something stand out. Okay. With that being said, let's just make this one darker by using exposure effects. Add into it, and then you can lower it down. Just like that. Okay, just like that. Pretty simple. What else? Oh, you also need the screen as well. So I can show you guys how to replace any screen as well. So let's say you want to, use this screen, for example, of my community. Again, if you haven't checked it out yet, make sure to check it out, right? More information is going to be here, and make the video explaining what exactly you will get. So if you have a question, just go watch it and definitely get some answer, right? So let's take a screenshot here. Right, got a screenshot. Let's bring it into our scene, and then first of all, I need to mask out the screen first. So click into it. I'm gonna use pen and then click on the corner. So boom, boom, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That should cut out everything. And then with the mask, I want to click inward, and that's it. So I should get some pretty clean cutout from this one. It is pretty clean. I am going to actually expand it a little bit. So with this. So select mask, and then I'm gonna use mask expansion a little bit to make the thing a little bit wider, but that is it. Let's go back to our main composition. Now you have the empty computer screen. The next step I need to do is I bring this one back. Here, let's make it smaller. And let's put it around around the screen, or the thing that, the space that I want to replace with. I don't know, my brain was shut off a little bit, but I'm back. So now you're gonna use something called power pin, right? Power pin, apply into that screenshot, and then you are going to drag the corner to each corner. So that's the first corner. Let's drag to second corner. Let's drag to the third corner right here. And let's drag it to the fourth corner right here. So now I can see it get everything right, but I didn't do a good job on that one. Okay, so let me redo that one again. So this one had to be out a little bit. Out a little bit. So this one will make sure you get all the proportion, or like how everything should just right. Look at that. Now it look exactly like it's belong there, like the angle is right, all that stuff, right? So that's good. So now once we have that, I also want to parent the screen, the screen to the background as well. So when it move with it, right? So let's see what else we have to do. We also need to create a light that coming out from the screen as well. So as you see the video here, I have the light coming out. If you see it, kind of blur-ish, but it's wiggle here, you can see. So we need to create that. So to create that, it's quite simple. I'm gonna use the pen tool again and just kind of follow along the edge and then make it like it's not triangle, but the shape that represents the light that would come out, right? And then let's put it here. Change it to red, probably more like this. Then let's add some fast box blur into it. Okay, once we add that, the next step I need to do, so I select the layer still, and then I am going to click the shape tool, and then from here I want to switch it to tool create mask right here. So then you can actually create mask, not create a new shape inside, right? And then just mask it out around here, and then click inwards, and also click feather, just like that. Okay, again, we're not done with this one yet, so I'm gonna shift around the what's it called, the blend mode, right, to see what fit the best. So to do that, on my computer, I use MacBook. I'm gonna hold shift and then either press plus or minus sign on my keyboards. So now it's shifting around, like shifting through the adjustment layer to find what is going to be the best fit for this one. Let's see. I think I already found a couple. I don't mind this one. I'm gonna go with this one. So add, and then with this one, I need to make it flicker. So to do that, I'm gonna add some VHS effects into it. But don't worry, we don't need all of that. What I'm looking for in this one is the flicker opacity right here. And then as you can see, if I play a little bit, it kind of flicker like that, right? To give that kind of like more like a kind of, some detail in the video, some gimmick, right? So it's not so boring. I might turn it to more red. I think it would look a lot better. That's good. And might turn the opacity even a bit down, so it's not too distraction. Okay, good. The next step now, we're gonna focus on animating our main character, or the guys right here, to make sure his head is like, move back and forward, and his hand kind of move left and right. Okay, so first let's go to this man right here and click on this pin tool, puppet pin tool, and then click on him. Just wait a little bit. I don't see nothing happen, but that's weird. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go in here and just do that inside, just like this. So now it works. And let's do something like this. So in the body, I don't really care. Just gonna throw in as much pin as possible to pin his body still, right? Doesn't really matter. And just shake it out. You can shake his head without his head looking kind of weird, and that's fine. Then we're gonna work on some elbow here, wrist, and some finger. So let's see if we move the whole thing, would it move? Okay, that would move. Let's see. Okay, that's moved nicely. Okay, so we have everything done. The first step, I'm gonna do the head first. Okay. So number 1 is here. I'm gonna set a keyframe on the puppet pin number 1. So set a keyframe already. I'm gonna move 2 seconds. Okay. Move 2 seconds in the future. And then move his head down like this. Oh, you have to do on this one, right? So I make mistake there. Have to remove it. Oops, wrong one actually. So puppets. Usually I'd be able to do on the composition. I don't know what's happened to me. Huh, that's odd. Let me figure it out, this one really quick. Usually it works, I mean. Oh, there we go. Oh, I pressed the wrong one. That's why it's going to the noise layer. So go to man right here. So it should work. Do again. Huh? Okay, that's a little weird. Because I did it before. I just... Let's see, why is that? Right. This is going to happen. It's all going to happen. Some problem always going to come up, right? If you do editings. I mean, if you do everything, essentially. It's just a matter of figuring it out and finding the solution for this one. Time remaps. Is it because I used this one? No. Try a different thing, right? Try, let's see. Is it because masking? Let's say remove the mask. And can I do it now? Yes, now you know because the masking, right? So try a different thing. So remove the mask and then you'll be fine. Okay. Then now you're gonna do the same thing like we did before. I'm gonna put a lot of pin on his body first to pin it still. And then we're gonna pin little small detail afterwards. Okay, so again, check if you said move normal. Nice. Is it move normal? Yes, sir. All right, let's do elbow, wrist, and finger. That's perfect. Again, test this one out as well if it moved properly. Okay, doesn't look weird to me. So with this one, doesn't look weird to me as well. So we are good. Then let's animate it. Okay, let's animate the first one. So here we are going to go mesh, and then let's go to deform puppet number 1. And the keyframe is already there, so we have to move. I'm gonna do a bit slow on this one, so move 2 seconds forwards and just tilt his head down a little bit. Just a little bit. Right, so we have that. So now I can see his head move. I think this one is too close. I'm gonna remove the pin here. Yeah, let's move way more natural. Okay, so we have this puppet number 1. But we want it to loop, right? He's not gonna like just knob it one time and that's gonna be it. No, that's not gonna work. So we're gonna skip to 4 seconds and no. So copy the first keyframe and go into second forward and then just click press. So now we have kind of like, so start, right? This is where he stop and he go back to the start again. And then I'm gonna actually make it more like a speed ramp. So easy ease in and out, right, of this animation to make it more fluid. And then what you need to do, what expression that you need to do to make it loop is you're gonna click option on your keyboard and click the watch icon right here. And then you're gonna type in loop out, right? Just say that and then just copy me and say ping pong. And then that's it. So now if I play it back, his head should bob in a couple of times, even though the keyframe is not there anymore. Just like that, right? So now we're done with the head. Now let's focus on the hand a little bit. It's kind of the same principle. So this one is finger, wrist, finger, wrist, elbow. That's good. The keyframe only there, but with this one we're gonna go to the 1 second mark, and then we're gonna move this one up. Here, deselect this one, move this one up a little bit so he bend the elbow, and then deselect this one and then move his finger down so it's like he typing. Right, so let's watch it back. That's good for me. And again, same principle, just copy and paste the, so 1, 2, 3, just copy and paste the keyframe. 1, 2, okay, that's 1, and then go to second 2, and then just press it. So copy and paste, same thing. And then you are going to go down here. You can type it, not gonna lie, but same thing, right? With this one, just hold option and type in loop out and say ping pong. Okay, copy it and then just press into, paste into it again, like this one as well, paste into it, and then should be good. I can see his hand moving nicely like that. His head also moving like he's working, you know, he edits hard, all that stuff. And he also in the communities. Bro, I gotta stop talking my community, bro. But it's good. It's good. That's why I keep telling you about. All right. I swear that's gonna be the last time I talk about it. Okay, I promise. Okay. So now his hand moving good. His head moving good. Right, let's see what else you have to touch on right now. I just don't like still the mask here. Not really my thing, but I think now you can do it. So let's see if I mask it out. Is it? Oh, okay. Okay, you can do it. Let's see. I just want. Oh, no, that's fine. And then just click invert that, and then it still work. Oh, it still works. So that's fine. With the mask though, I need to expand it a little bit. So mask expansion, and then I'm gonna turn off that a little bit and increase the feather to blend it in with this. Just like that. So the hard line is gone. Now it's look blend in with everything else. Alright. So let's play back a couple times. Let's see what's up. I think it's good. Really, really good. Now we're gonna slowly turn this one into 3D, okay? So first step that I need to do is this guy need to turn 3D. Okay, what is this? This one is a light, also turn 3D. This one is a shadow, also turn 3D. A man, also turn 3D. Okay, now let's create the camera. Right, just copy here, 50mm. Just basic stuff, you know, just copy it if you wanted to, and then click OK. Bring it in here, and let's do 2 views from the top, I guess. Top might be easier to work with. Okay, so now I can see camera. Now I can actually zoom in, zoom out a little bit like that. Really sick. But again, doesn't look 3D just yet because now it's still on the same layer. Everything's still flat, right? That's why it doesn't look 3D. What you need to do now is with this one, I'm gonna make it go all the way back like this. But don't worry, I'm gonna also make it bigger as well. So there we go. So then when we have that, we can do something like this. So we can zoom out. Let's see. Let's go to quarter. The camera. We can zoom out and then it look kind of like 3D. But yeah, okay, that's pretty sick. So what else? So this one is done. This is in the right place, I believe. Yes, it does. This one is with the man in the middle. That's in the right place. The camera. So now let's talk about the camera, right? If you already use 3D camera, good. But this one trick would make your video a lot better when you work with the 3D camera in After Effects. So this is actually a trick I learned from one of my team member. Actually, he was just like, yo, Nat, look at this. And I was like, yo, that is fire. So let me teach you how to do it. First step, you need to create a new object. Okay, and then press it over camera like this. And the new object, you're going to click transform and click on position, hold option, and then with the expression you are going to type it out. What's called wiggle. Okay, wiggle, I'll go with 0.7, and the second one I would go 20. So just copy this one and you should be good. After that, I want to just parent the camera to the new object, and then you can see now you have that little camera movement going on to make it more fluid, to make it look more realistic, right? Like someone actually holding the camera. It's not just static shot. I think that make it look so interesting. Okay, and also with this, I want to shift this one to right a little bit. Actually, no, that's why I keep it in the middle. I'm gonna move this guy instead. So man, one, nope. So man, here, then it's gonna move to the left. The reason I moved to the left because I want to create a room for the text that's gonna be coming in here, right? Because if we don't move it, then this side is gonna be too empty, and then it's just gonna look imbalanced. That's why I want to make sure everything also kind of balance it out a little bit. Okay. And this looks really good already, not gonna lie to you. Okay, so let's go to full again. And now let's kind of animate the camera. So to do that is simple. Let's see, we're gonna animate it in the, I don't know, 1 second mark. You're gonna click position and point of interest. Also focus as well. Actually, do you need to do that, right? And then go back to the first frame, then zoom it in. Just go past it. I think this around here is cool. Then just ease in, ease out, and go to speed graph editors. Then with this, I want it to come in quite fast and then slow down at the end like this. So the steep here is the fastest point of this keyframe. That's why I want to keep at the start, and then it's gonna slow down at the end. To give that smooth stop into it, right? Still too fast, so I'm gonna move back a little bit. Still too aggressive. Let's see what I can do. Maybe a bit slower. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. Let's add some one more adjustment layer into it, and we're gonna add some portrait time into it to give that kind of like low frame rate look. Let's see. Adjustment layers. Portrait time. And let's set this one to 15. Right, so let's play it back. That's kind of like that. Get that, a little bit of that kind of laggy keyframe a little bit into it. I think it's look really good. It's some nice kind of touch into your video, right? Okay, now let's add some text. Let's add some text. So the text is gonna be Apex editors. Okay. The fonts I'm gonna use, okay, literally it could be anything, right? Could be any text you want, up to you. And let's go with, I use a Dama Gothic E, and then go with bold, and make this one white. Oops. So turn off the stroke, and then make this one white, just like that. Scale, and scale down a little bit. Precision. Get the right precision a little bit. I want to be around here. That's look really good. And also I want to type it in the second one, which called by Nat Jong Sala, just like that. Change the fonts, right? Also change the fonts, because in my theory I think mixing two fonts together look really good, but make sure you make the right one, right? So I have two fonts, and then let's shrink this one down and bring it up a little bit, just right under the word apex. That look really cool. So now let's bring it in here. Oops. Okay, now I have to find the deep glow. Let me see when you, so I have to be above that. Okay, so now it doesn't affect by the shadow that I put it on. Okay, so with this, I also need to turn it 3D and place it where I want it to be, so around here. But with this one, I need to come in front a little bit. That's cool. That's cool. So the camera go in. This one have to be a bit to the left. I don't want it to seen at the start like that. It look really cool. Zoom out and then have this guy. Also have to animate the have to animate this one as well. The kind of the typing, as you can see. Here I have some typing animation going on. Right, can't really see it clear because I kind of I do it on purpose because I want to focus on this man right here. Right, so let's cut this one and let's see. Okay, this one, let's add some, you can do different animation, but for this one I am going to use typewriter, and this one I'm going to use Mr. Horse presets to do so. It saves my time. Go to motion presets, 2D, and go to, let's see, where is it? Oh, that's motion, not text. Let's go to text preset, go to this, and go to typewrite. This one with blink, and click in. Should be okay, but also need to add one little dash like that into it. So now I can see it has some animation in, a bit slower. Okay, so now just add some deep glow and would look really good. Just go easy on the effects a little bit. I would recommend turn on full resolution so you know exactly. Let's see, turn it down a little bit, up. Oh, this one is 0, that's why. I think that's good. I'm gonna change the aspect ratio a little bit. Just make it look a bit more interesting. That should be cool. And then also chromatic aberration, I'm gonna go with green and blue and then turn it on. That's good. Okay, so let's play it back and let's see how everything look together. Epic Editor by Nat Jongsla. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Then I'm gonna apply some small touch into it with the camera. So what we're gonna do now is in the camera setting, I am going to increase some aperture a little bit to kind of blur out the background. Actually this one, I think this one already look pretty good. I'm not gonna change much on it because this one, like I did here, I think in my opinion this one just get too blurry, so I might, yeah, I'll do this one instead. Give me a second. So instead of actually just blur by using camera, which you can if you wanted to, I'm gonna actually clear the adjustment layers and do this instead. Which one is it? Right, so create adjustment layers, and then let's apply the camera lens blur into it. So camera lens blur, apply into it, and let's click the radius up, pull it up so you can see now the background get a little bit blurry, get that kind of creamy background going on. really nice and clean. Okay, but yeah, let's see what else I have to touch up on. Go to quarter. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. So that is basically how you kind of create that scene with AI, right? So basically focus on mostly how to layer everything, how the camera movement work, and how basically how the 3D spark in general. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you guys found a lot of information, found a lot of useful skill that you earn from this video. And if you want a project file, it is going to be in the description as well, so make sure to check it out, and I wish you guys the best.